That's Mike. That's vintage Mike. I was glad to see it actually because it means that Mike ain't out here just going through the motion. He's serious about it, you know. So I liked it.
Yeah, like his energy was like very calming throughout the week.
Yes, it was until now. And the fact that it came out now, I'm glad.
You gotta come to a conclusion that is it gonna be early or it gonna be short? I'm not because the big thing, guys.
Listen, before the decision, listen, I mean, 68, 58 years old, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Respect to him.
You know what I'm saying? Respect to Jake Paul, too. Big shout out to Jake Paul, man, for just going in there and displaying skills. He didn't display no super skills tonight. He displayed boxing.
So, did you expect him to knock Mike Tyson out tonight?
I did, yeah. I thought, you know, Mike's a little bit older. You know, he had a problem. You know, they had to push back the first fight because, you know, he had like a stroke on a plane or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
also.
and I was just scared. I didn't want to see Mike get hurt. I'm happy he's walking out of that ring and he's healthy tonight. So, super happy. Everything went well, and you know.
I'm glad it went on 8. I'm glad Mike Tyson didn't get hurt.
Facts.
I think that Jake was throwing hard punches, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You're looking amazing. How are you doing?
Would you like to see it again? Would you like to see it? Would you like to see Mike Tyson fight again in the ring, an exhibition match against Brandon Holyfield?
I always want to see Mike fight.
Yeah. Is this kind of what you expected?
He didn't get off fast.
What could he done different? Did Jake Paul look a little bit slow to you?
I've seen the old Mike, you know, not to take anything from Jake, but, you know, Mike looks his age, and, you know, he should. Look, I take that back. He did a lot better than a lot of 58-year-olds would have done, but, you know,
And just like that, the impossible happened. Last night, Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, faced off against Jake Paul, the social media disruptor turned boxer. The world expected a knockout, but no one predicted this. Jake Paul walking away as the victor. Imagine this. The crowd falls silent, jaws dropped, and even seasoned boxing analysts are left speechless. This isn't just another bout, it's an earthquake, shaking the very foundation of the sport. This was the man who, even at 58, was seen as nearly unbeatable in the ring, a powerhouse, a legend. But now, Jake Paul stands with his hand raised in victory, his face beaming with the thrill of an achievement few thought possible. The boxing world erupted. Fans, critics, and boxing icons rushed to their social media, and the reactions were as mixed as they were intense.
Well, it was a good fight, great event, and I'm glad that nobody got knocked out.
Any message for Mike?
A slap there from Mike Tyson to your old opponent, Jake Paul. What do you make of that? What do you make of seeing Mike so riled up?
I mean, Mike didn't like him in his personal space, so he got him out of there, you know what I mean?
Boxing legend Ricky Hatton was one of the first to speak out, expressing his disbelief, saying, "I'm in shock. I thought for sure Mike would knock him out. It feels surreal to see Jake Paul get that win." Even Tyson Fury, the current heavyweight champ, weighed in, stunned by the result. "If you told me 20 years ago that Jake Paul would be beating Mike Tyson, I'd have laughed in your face," Fury admitted, clearly taken aback, but credit where credit is due. Jake showed resilience and some real skill tonight.
I like Jake.
You think he's doing a good job?
Yeah.
What do you think about the Tyson fight that he just announced?
That's awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. Just try to fight Tyson. If he knocks you out, but at least you fought Tyson.
Martial artist and actor Michael Jai White, who's worked closely with Tyson, had expected a different outcome altogether. I didn't see this coming at all. Mike was looking sharp, powerful, and determined, but Jake showed something I didn't know he had. White's disbelief echoed the sentiments of many Tyson fans who struggled to process the fight's outcome. In the hours following the fight, Mike Tyson himself issued a statement that left fans stunned. "I gave it my all," Tyson said, his voice somber but strong. "This is the fight game. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Tonight Jake was the hammer, but this isn't the end for me." Tyson's words reverberated across social media, sparking discussions about the future of his career. Could this loss lead him to a permanent retirement, or would it ignite a fire within him to pursue a comeback even harder? Tyson hinted that he'd be taking time to evaluate his next steps, leaving fans hanging in suspense. It wasn't just fans feeling the shock. Boxing legends from every era weighed in.
More predictions, but let's start with that.
Well, Mike Tyson wins. He's successful. He's so, hey, we'll rather him good in. But anyway,
you gonna come up.
Roy Jones Jr., who fought Tyson in an exhibition just a few years ago, shared his thoughts. "I know the beast that Mike Tyson is, but Jake Paul clearly had a strategy that worked. It's strange to see the sport evolve this way, but Jake earned this one."
You know what I'm saying? That's Mike Tyson. If he punch you, he's going to knock you out. I don't care if he's 78 years old. Can Jake win? Possibly. Who knows? What if Mike break down and...
Lennox Lewis, a former Tyson rival, offered a nod of respect to both fighters. "I didn't think Jake could pull this off, but he showed discipline and courage. He didn't win just because Tyson was older. He fought smart." Meanwhile, Oscar de la Hoya, who witnessed the event ringside, was candid about his reaction. This wasn't the Mike Tyson we remember from the 80s, but he still had power. Jake's youth and stamina gave him the edge. If Tyson couldn't finish him early, this outcome makes sense. For Jake Paul, this victory could be career-defining. With his victory over Tyson, Paul didn't just defeat a legendary boxer. He gained unprecedented respect within the boxing world. Even Bleacher Report writer Luke Ngasa remarked, "It's time to take Jake Paul seriously. He's a businessman, sure, but he's also evolving as a fighter." Tonight wasn't a fluke. It was a calculated victory. Jake's post-fight statement was equally shocking. "I'm beyond grateful. I grew up watching Mike Tyson, and now to stand here victorious, it's surreal. But I know I earned this. People will keep doubting me, but I'll keep proving them wrong." Paul's confidence struck a chord with fans and critics alike as the magnitude of his accomplishment set in. While many celebrated Paul's win, there was a fair share of controversy surrounding his strategy. Jake had used his youth and energy to tire Tyson out, staying out of reach in the early rounds and only closing in once Tyson began to slow. Some fans saw it as smart boxing, while others claimed it was taking advantage of Tyson's age.
God, fuck Mike Tyson and that motherfucking tripped up white boy. That white.
Bob Arum, CEO of Top Rank, was blunt in his post-fight interview. "Look, Mike Tyson's an icon, but he's 58. There's no shame in losing at that age. But Jake played it smart. It's not what the fans wanted, but boxing isn't just about brute force. It's about strategy." For some fans, this fight symbolized a changing of the guard in boxing. Larry Holmes, the legendary heavyweight, spoke about the shift in boxing's landscape. "When I was fighting, you'd never imagine a YouTuber beating a heavyweight champ, but the sport's changed. This fight, it's a sign of those changes." Younger fans embraced the new chapter this fight opened up, while purists were left conflicted. Many found it surreal that a social media star could go toe-to-toe and win against a boxing icon like Tyson. But whether they loved it or hated it, one thing was clear: boxing as a sport had been transformed, and this fight marked a new era. This fight wasn't just a landmark event in the ring, it was also a financial blockbuster. Larry Holmes noted how Jake and Mike made more money in one fight than most legends did in their entire careers. "This sport has changed so much since my time," Holmes admitted, though he expressed pride in the fighters getting such massive paydays. "We didn't have these kinds of opportunities. I'm glad they're making this money, even if the game's changed." For Tyson, this loss was a hard pill to swallow, but it didn't erase his legacy. For Paul, it was the victory he needed to push his career to new heights. Speculation around Jake's next opponent is already in full swing, with fans eager to see how far he can go now that he's taken down a legend. As the fight night came to a close, it was clear that this event would be remembered for years to come. Tyson had entered the ring as a favorite in the hearts of fans, and even in defeat, he remained a legend. But Jake Paul had undeniably proven that he wasn't just a YouTuber or an entertainer. He was a fighter, and now, he was someone who'd left an indelible mark on boxing. Boxing purists and new fans alike are left grappling with the aftermath. Can Jake keep this momentum? Will Tyson return for a rematch? And how will the sport itself continue to evolve in a world where legends can fall to newcomers? If you're as stunned by this result as we are, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up with all the latest in the boxing world. There's so much more to come, and we'll be covering every step of this unpredictable journey.